Step-parents, the unsung pillars in a child's life. Step-parents step into a role that's a tightrope walk over a pit of chaos. They're not the bio-parent, not the origin story, but they're there, day in, day out, trying to love, guide, and support a child who didn't start as theirs. It's twice the responsibility with none of the built-in reward, a gig where the paycheck is often resentment instead of gratitude. They're handed a script with no lines pre-written, expected to improvise in a play where the other actors don't always want them on stage. And yet, when it works, their presence can be a cornerstone in a child's life, a steady hand, a different voice, a new kind of love. But when the bio-parent undermines that role, it's not just the step-parent who suffers, it's the kid caught in the middle, poisoned by negativity instead of enriched by unity. The step-parent's role isn't to replace anyone, it's to add. They bring a fresh set of eyes, a unique flavor of care, quirks and all. Maybe they're the one who teaches the kid how to fix a bike, or the one who listens when the bio-parent's too close to the drama. They're not there to erase the past but to build on it, offering a broader palette of experiences that help a child grow well-rounded. The old saying, "It takes a village to raise a child," isn't just a cliche, it's truth. Kids thrive when surrounded by different personalities, love styles, and perspectives. A step-parent's differences aren't a threat. They're a gift. But that gift gets trashed when one bio-parent decides to gatekeep parenthood, declaring, "You're not their real parent," or "You don't have the right." That kind of rhetoric isn't just a jab at the step-parent, it's a wrecking ball to the child's world. When a bio-parent plants seeds of doubt or disdain, telling the kid the step-parent doesn't count, it creates a loyalty trap. The child's forced to pick sides, to see love as a zero-sum game where accepting the step-parent means betraying the bio-parent. That's not parenting, it's poisoning. It breeds conflict where there could be harmony, turning a potential ally into an enemy in the child's mind. The step-parent, already juggling a role with no handbook, gets painted as an outsider, their efforts dismissed, their care weaponized. And the kid? They feel the tension, the unspoken venom between the adults, and it festers. It's not just a rift, it's a wound. Step-parenting is a grind. You're signing up to love someone else's kid, to discipline without the default authority, to care without the guaranteed bond. There's no biological tie to lean on, no instinctive mind to ease the way. Every step is earned, not given. And yet they do it, cooking dinners, wiping tears, showing up, often with zero recognition. When the bio-parent shuts that down, it's not just a personal slight, it's a theft from the child. Kids need all the love they can get, not a tug of war over who gets to give it. Refusing the step-parent their role doesn't protect the child, it robs them of another adult who's willing to invest. It teaches animosity over acceptance, division over unity. The negativity spreads like a toxin. A child caught between a bio-parent's bitterness and a step-parent's sidelined efforts doesn't just feel the friction, they absorb it. They learn to close off, to mistrust, to see relationships as battlegrounds instead of safe havens. Studies show kids in blended families can flourish with supportive step-parents. Better self-esteem, more resilience, but only when the adults work together. When one parent fuels the fire, it's the child who burns. Their world shrinks, their heart hardens, and the chance for a richer, fuller upbringing slips away. It takes all parties, bio-parents, step-parents, the whole damn village, to raise a kid right. Love isn't a limited resource, it's a multiplier. A step-parent's role isn't to compete, but to complement. And when a bio-parent blocks that, they're not guarding their turf, they're harming their own child. The step-parent isn't the enemy. The real threat is the animosity that shuts down connection. For the kid's sake, let the step-parent be a parent. Let them love, quirks and all. Because a child raised by a chorus of voices, different, flawed, united, grows up stronger, not smaller. Anything less is just poison in disguise. By Scott Young, aka Synfamous Gamer,